The Cult of Cheese Film.
Welcome back to the podcast. I know it's been a while, but that is for good reason. You see, we're doing a little bit of a rebranding, and henceforth, today onward, we'll be known as the Cult of Cheese Film, discussing the same pop culture movies. We don't really do cult movies.
Nothing else changes.
But we'll be doing more, just fun stuff. It's just
the same exact thing.
Exactly. We're just changing the name and just moving forward with it. I am in a unique and undisclosed location today. Pay no attention to the cameras and the lights behind me. Nobody's here with me except my evil co-host, rising from the undead. It is Hecubus. Randy is not here with us today. He is off with his newborn baby.
They're at a boil.
They're boiling babies or something. No, but he's off having a family day, and Hecubus and I decided that we should kick off a little new thing. We haven't posted in a while. We did the Star Wars one last time, but I've got 2 in the can that are scheduled to come out, and I figured we'll do this one to kind of kick off what will be like a Masters of Comedy.
Soft reboot.
Yeah, soft reboot, but we're going to specifically talk about comedy movies. So
those 2 haven't come out yet?
No. Have you not noticed that?
I forget things, man. I am so busy.
I understand.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 comedy movies we've already done. We're going to do this one and then another comedy movie. It'll be like comedy in summer or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But we wanted to talk about the great work of Mel Brooks.
Yes.
And
he's one of the greatest, too.
He really is. And
seriously. Because
we've already done Spaceballs, I didn't really want to retread on stuff we've already done.
Right.
I wanted it to be new stuff to do, and so that's why we're talking about Young Frankenstein today in particular, but then we'll probably also talk about other Mel Brooks stuff because, we like him. We're big fans of Mel Brooks on the podcast.
You know what I found out today?
What was that?
He didn't write or direct the new Spaceballs.
That's concerning, but
it is.
I watched. So you've got the DVD next to you.
Ta-da!
That is my DVD in the Mel Brooks box that I have.
Yeah, I can just notice it's real skinny.
Yeah, yeah, it's real skinny. They all are to fit. I think there's like 7 movies in that one collection.
Bangers.
Yeah, no, they're all good. They're all. Good.
They're not all good.
Well, depends on who you ask. They're not all good, but to me personally, I think all but I'm not a real big fan of silent movie.
I didn't even see Silent Movie yet, and I remember when it came. It's a silent movie, right?
Yeah, all but like one line
word,
at the very end.
And when it came out, I remember because I used to watch Siskel and Ebert all the time, and I just didn't have any interest in it. You know what I mean? Because it was silent, and I like the jokes. I do like physical comedy. I think that's funny as hell too. But the word jokes that Mel Brooks has in his movies were just too much for me. I'm like, I don't want to see that. But also, To Be or Not to Be is not so great either.
Yeah, I think that's the one I didn't watch. I didn't really.
Did you watch Dracula Dead and Loving It?
That's not part of that box set.
Okay, because that's not that good either.
So when we did our Dracula special, I think you talked about that one.
Probably.
And you weren't a fan of it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to watch it.
I saw clips of it. Because I didn't know even it was Mel Brooks for a long time. So I saw some clips on YouTube. That's how long ago. I mean, recently. And I'm like, well, that's pretty funny. And that's funny. And then I started watching it, and it just wasn't funny enough. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how I felt about High Anxiety. I get like it's a Hitchcock parody, but I just kind of got bored with it. Like it didn't slap as good for me. Like, it wasn't hitting the notes I wanted it to.
Yeah. And, we're talking about Young Frankenstein, you know what I mean, as the wraparound story. And that's a classic horror film.
Mm-hmm.
And then High Anxiety is, like you said, a Hitchcock film. And the guy knows movies, too, because it really is a classic horror movie done the way Frankenstein was done. Like, everything is done the same way.
Yes.
Obviously, people probably do know this, but the guy that did the sets for Frankenstein, they used his stuff, and he did it for this movie, too.
So, yeah, I was going to get into that.
But, like, all the transitions are the same as old movies and all that. And then the Hitchcock one is really Hitchcockian and ridiculous at the same time.
Yes. I'm going to pull up the poster for High Anxiety real quick.
Well, if you had just signed on it.
Did you get it?
High Anxiety's one. I love that movie.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. That's why you saw it the first time.
Well, see, I'm a fan of Vertigo.
Uh-huh.
I think Vertigo
Yeah,
is...
I don't like Vertigo. That's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I maybe it's just because it's a Jimmy Stewart movie, and I do like Jimmy Stewart as an actor.
Right.
But, like, you can even tell with the cover here
Yeah.
that, like, it's a direct play on that movie.
Yeah, totally. I don't have that poster. The one I have has more of the cast on it, but that spiral going down guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I basically have, except it's white.
I'll pull that one out too.
And
viewers,
I think it's real representative of the movie. Do you know what I mean? That spiral stuff and his whole anxiety stuff.
Yeah.
But like those flashbacks when he's a baby, I think that's hilarious.
Now,
And Harvey Korman is always great. Cloris Leachman is great in that movie too. They kind of play off each other. Dick Van Patten's in it. It's a pretty good movie. It's a really, if you take the jokes out, it's a psychological horror drama movie thriller, and Weird Al does the songs. His band plays those songs, but you could tell they're those songs. And the same with Mel Brooks. You could tell it's, you know what I mean? It's that movie. It's supposed to be like Vertigo, or what's another Jimmy Stewart one? Not Rear Route, with the plane. North by Northwest.
Yeah.
Like those kinds of movies. It's perfect.
I think it's kind of funny because I was watching the documentary.
The 100-year-old man or 99-year-old man?
No. The documentary on the DVD that's right next to you about just kind of the making of Young Frankenstein and how it came to be and all that. It's only like 36 minutes long. It's not like a full-on Ken Burns thing, but it's interesting. It's interesting to follow the making of this movie, particularly because it's Gene Wilder's creation. Like, I thought Mel Brooks was the writer director of this movie, kind of like how he is for a lot of his stuff.
Yeah,
but it turns out for this particular one, he's Blazing Saddles hadn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
When Gene started working on this movie.
Yeah, right.
So that's kind of cool to know. And then they asked Mel if he wanted to do it, and Gene got a call like a day later, he said, from Mel Brooks asking him, "What is it you're trying to get me into? What is this that we're doing?" And that kind of started what would become a classic.
It is a classic.
Movie.
It's as classic as Frankenstein.
I would say it is, and it really is a love letter to Frankenstein. But honestly, really, all of those Universal movies entirely, because
totally.
While they didn't have Mel in this documentary, which I kind of thought was a little funny that they got one of the producers, the cinematographer, a couple other guys, and Gene, that the cinematographer was basically recreating one-to-one the style of the Universal horror movie monsters. And they wanted to parody that, not just redo it. And when I'm watching this movie, I don't really see a parody.
I don't see a parody either. I see an homage.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like they did just completely remake those shots.
Yes,
as opposed
totally.
to gagging them up. And I don't necessarily super agree with Mel and his philosophy of comedy is supposed to be bright, because I think the comedy in this movie is exemplified by the darker shadows,
Right.
and the serious Gothic
Yes.
vibe it has.
Yeah.
That I think it lends itself to why this movie is a classic.
Right,
why
because it
this
doesn't
movie
take
works.
place back then, in the way back days. It takes place in modern times.
Yeah,
And, like, he's a professor.
he's the grandson.
Frankenstein. Yeah.
Great-grandson?
Is it
Dr. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
That is corrected all the time. I think
Yeah.
that's funny. And I do think that
just
the
gonna say?
humor in this isn't, because they comment on how it's not all supposed to be Three Stooges.
Yeah, right.
But
No, it's not at all.
It's supposed to. There are here and there, and I think they said that it really gets Three Stooges-y with the blind man, and I think I get what they're saying, and
Yeah,
I think
totally.
it does work.
That's all physical kind of comedy there.
Yeah, it is.
Except I was
slapstick.
gonna make cappuccino, or what was it?
I don't remember.
Oh, what the other drink? Not cappuccino.
A latte.
No, the little cup one. Espresso. I was gonna make espresso.
Yeah.
But Gene Hackman just wanted to be in a Mel Brooks movie, and that whole thing was shoehorned in for Gene Hackman, and he nails it too. I love it.
So
Him and Peter Boyle. Peter Boyle is great as the monster. He's all of that when he's like with this bowl, and then he just gets that look on his face, like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, it's. I don't want to say it's like brainy humor,
No,
but they don't hold your hand a lot. And
no,
they're
they don't
not
hold your hand at
afraid-
all. At all.
Yeah, they don't. They're not afraid to just make a stupid joke to make a stupid joke.
Right, like what knockers?
Yeah, like, and
Well,
they're
thank
the door knockers.
Right.
Like it's not. I don't know. It's easy for anybody to enjoy it.
Yeah, it is.
Gene on the documentary was talking about Marty Feldman and Peter Boyle
Uh-huh.
and why that they're in this movie, and his what is that guy?
Igor?
No, the talent agency.
Oh, yeah, right.
His,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
his
about.
representative dude. Why can I not think of the word?
Agent.
His agent calls him up and he's like, "Well, how would you like to do a movie with Marty Feldman and Peter Boyle?" And he's like, "Well, that'd be great. Why do you say that?" And he's like, "Well, because I just signed Marty
Yeah,
Feldman
right.
and Peter Boyle."
I just read that too.
And he's like, "Wow, what an interesting artistic reason to do a movie. I guess we'll do it." And it worked.
Yeah, it
they
did.
got the cast they wanted. And they got to do a lot of the stuff they wanted to do. And I think this is really funny because we do talk a lot about where Hollywood's going wrong and why certain things don't work anymore. This movie is a great example as to what the divide is, because Columbia was the first one to basically turn down the movie. They wouldn't give them enough for it.
Right.
They needed I think it was 3.2.
I got rid of my notes that had the budget, and I forgot.
I think they said it was like $3.2 million to make the movie, and they couldn't do it for less.
Uh-huh.
Columbia didn't want to give them that much. So they said, all right, well, we'll shop around somewhere else. They went to Fox. Fox said, okay, we'll make this movie for you. But the producers were pushing this movie to be in color,
Yeah, everybody was, except for Mel.
except for Mel Brooks, who wanted it to be in black and white and said, if it's not in black and white, I'm not going to do it.
Right. And
And-
he was right.
Not only was he right, not only does it work,
Mm-hmm.
it makes the authenticity for the appreciation better too.
Yeah, right.
Because
Because you see pictures of this stuff in color, and it looks ridiculous.
yeah.
It
Well,
does
the poster there on the DVD there, it doesn't look as good as it does in black and white.
Right. And, like, especially the monster, it's just terrible, that color.
I don't really care for the blue.
Yeah, but, like, that fight, he had that fight with the studio to have it shot in black and white. And then Gene Wilder's like, I want to do this scene, musical number at the end.
Yeah.
And Mel Brooks was like, "No, that's stupid. That's terrible." And they had a real fight where they weren't talking to each other. And then Mel's like, "Well, we'll shoot it, and if it don't work, we won't use it." And he called him up the night after they filmed it, and he was like, "You were right."
Well,
and the people that can do that can be like, you know what, this is a good idea, and I didn't think it was going to be. Make things better. Like, there isn't a movie. This movie's going to be talked about long after movies that are put out today are going to be talked about. Do you know what I mean? They're going to really fall by the wayside. And people are going to be, well, I saw this in a film class, too.
I did, too.
And I had already seen it when I did it, but it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. And to kind of add to the story there, because he does talk about it in this documentary, in that they had this whole big fight, and I think this is why this kind of artistic control needs to come back. Because Mel said to Gene, he was like, "Okay, it's in." Gene's like, "Well, why'd you put me through all that?" And he said, "Because it was either so crazy that it would work and it'd be funny and you'd have to fight that, or it'd be so stupid it wouldn't work and it wouldn't be in the movie. And if you were willing to fight for it, then it was a good idea to put in there." And you did, so there you go. And
it worked.
Gene said we never talked about it again after that. And I think that is just more fuel on that fire of creativity needs to be the forefront of your projects for the majority of the time.
Not ego, and especially not ego from executives.
But even the producers on this movie, they were all for whatever Mel was putting out. Mel,
because he had
basically the rise of his career,
right?
Because I believe Blazing Saddles came out
the same year, 1974. They
but
both came
just
out
before this.
Yeah, right.
And I keep looking back. I'm in a different location. Just before this, because I was watching the TV spots for this movie on the bonus features, and at one of them he goes, directed by Mel Blazing Saddles Brooks. And I thought that was really funny because why would you do that?
Right.
But it was the thing everybody would know him from now. Spaceballs came out
like 86 or 87.
Yeah, like a while after.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably the height of him, and then everything was kind of...
Yeah, well, To Be or Not to Be came out in between these two. And I think I'd have to look. Oh, no, History of the World came out, too, and that was a pretty big hit.
I love History of the World.
Yeah, and then I think Life Stinks came out before Spaceballs, too, and that wasn't a big hit either. But, yeah, Spaceballs, he knocked it back out of the park with that. Life Stinks is okay. He plays a super rich guy who's got to give up everything and start over, like winning a bet, like Trading Places kind of style. And it kind of punches down a lot. A lot of the jokes are punching down. But History of the World Part 1 is phenomenal.
I
love that movie. And I think it's hilarious, too. I don't know if we talked about it. We talked about Spaceballs or not, but he wanted Orson Welles to narrate it. Mm-hmm. And he needed so much money, and he's like, all right, it'd be like $5,000 for a week. And the guy came in and did it in an afternoon. So he got paid $5,000 for a day's work, basically.
Oh my!
And he's like, man, I could have got it for $2,000 or whatever. You know what I mean?
For more?
For way less. Mel Brooks could have ended up paying him way less because it took way less time. He just came in and read everything like the first time.
I don't know if. I mean, Orson Welles, to people like us, is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, right.
But I think he kind of fell by the wayside.
Well, he started basically pimping himself out, too, because he needed money. Mm-hmm. And he was always, lots of times trying to raise money for a project. And, I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase, we'll sell no wine before it's time. That was commercials he did for a wine company.
Yeah.
And he was kind of gluttonous and full of himself, but the stuff he does is pretty damn good.
No, and
it's not.
He's a good writer.
It's not unearned.
And he's a really good actor.
He is a good actor. He's got a lot of charm.
Yeah, and he knows what he's doing. He's kind of a madman in disguise almost.
Yeah.
we've spoken about him on the pod too. We did Citizen Kane, and just the sheer legendariness that man had, and it just kind of all fell apart.
Yeah.
And his life kind of fell apart. Like if I watched some of those old commercials he was doing, and he's visibly drunk doing it.
Yeah.
Like he does not care.
No.
He kind of gave up on it all.
He's got no F's to give.
Did it himself.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks, I think this was the first time they got together, and then they would do Blazing Saddles, while this is all going on.
Right.
But they sparked one hell of a friendship.
Yeah.
That lasted up until the day Gene passed. And with Mel being 100 years old,
Just about, yeah.
The longevity of them, it's really impressive just to see how like a dynamic duo can be like this. Because everybody talks about like Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter and
Johnny Depp,
or Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese.
Yep.
But I don't think enough appreciation goes towards these two. And I mean, they didn't do a whole lot of projects together.
Right. It's
but
like
the ones that they did were phenomenal.
Iconic.
Like, knock out of the park. Like the producers, Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein are like hallmarks of what comedy can be. Even with the remake of The Producers, with Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane. Like the original one it still holds up. It's still really good.
It's the jokes are, and that's the thing about Mel Brooks. Like I think I mentioned this the other time too. There's a documentary on HBO called "The 99-Year-Old Man," and it's 2 parts, and they're each like an hour and a half long, about Mel Brooks. And like he started off as a comedian, a stand-up comedian. And those jokes that he tells, I guess you would call them dad jokes now, but everybody laughs at them. It's still funny. Do you know what I mean? And the title, The 99-Year-Old Man, is from a bit he used to do called The 1,000-Year-Old Man, about a guy who was around back with every historical event. And they make fun of everything, like in a modern way about, it's kind of like the Flintstones. But that's a great documentary. Anybody should check that out too. If you have even a passing interest in Mel Brooks, it's a good documentary.
I should. I'll probably end up.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's on HBO.
Man, all these photos.
There's also one about George Carlin. It's the same thing. It's 2 parts that are like an hour and a half long, and these are pretty fascinating guys. And the documentaries they make about them. These documentaries they made about him are really good.
They also said on this little
special features
that there wasn't any fighting on set. There wasn't. It was a very easy. And fun
everybody
shoot.
loved it.
Yeah, and they couldn't stop laughing for a grand majority of the movie, which is really nice to hear. Cause
that's great.
You don't see it in the final take, but I watched a lot of those outtakes, and at weird moments, I didn't even think it was that funny. Like Gene's just breaking, he's cracking up the whole time. The one particularly that kept going back to was when, what's her name? His fiance,
right, Madeline Kahn,
shows up, and he's like, "Will you help me with the bags?" And he's like, "Yeah, you take the blonde. I'll take the one in the turban." And then he, like a wolf, grabs onto the fox that she's wearing on her neck. And they took a bunch of takes of that because everybody kept cracking up. Marty kept having fur in his mouth. He'd let go and he'd spit the fur out. There's one take, I thought it was in the movie, but in the actual cut of the movie, it's not, and I think it should be. Marty's got the fuzz in his mouth, and Gene goes, "Stop it, drop it, give it to me, give it to me."
Yeah, they should have left that in there.
But they start cracking up, and they can't keep it in there.
He's great. That Marty Feldman is. I've seen a lot of stuff when I was a kid with him in it too, and like when he's like, he corrects him with the Frankenstein. Yeah. He's like, "What's your name?" It's Igor.
Yeah, yeah.
Igor. But also a joke I
heard it
love
was
about
Igor.
this is, I'm a pretty brilliant surgeon. I could take care of that hump for you. What hump? And Marty Feldman actually kept moving the hump from one side of his neck to the other side of his neck. They're throwing everybody off, and I think that's hilarious.
There's part of me that thinks when he corrects, I keep hitting the touchscreen on this. When he corrects Frankenstein, he's like Igor. He's like, well, they told me it was Igor. Well, it's not.
He says the same thing he says. Yeah, it's great.
A part of me feels like that was improvised because some of the stuff Marty was doing is improvised.
Yeah, a lot of it.
And Mel had a hard time.
Yes, he did.
Kind of pulling the reins on him because Marty doesn't like the reins being pulled on him. And he said every time he'd let him go, he'd go wildly in one way that could be the wrong way, but then on the next take he'd go the other way, and that's the way you want him to go. So you just kind of have to learn how to, deal with
around him. Yeah.
Because
that guy, like Peter Sellers, he's a comic legend.
Yeah,
and it is pretty funny stuff too.
Well, and it's hard when you're trying to direct something, especially with comedy, that is funny to keep it funny without being like narrow-minded about it. Like, because what's funny to us isn't going to be funny to the general public. So you've got to kind of let funny people do funny things and then whittle it down into what would be a good thing. Because, we see movies all the time where, like, comedians are making comedian movies and they're just kind of not good.
Yeah. And, like, the people there might be cracking up. But it's a whole situation that's going on that people are having a good time and laughing at stuff. And then it just doesn't translate on the screen as well. Because you could tell, like, a lot of things, like modern ones, and I'm not crapping on them, because you could tell it's supposed to be a joke, and that it probably was funny once, but they might have had to do it 3 or 4 times, and it just lost its energy. A lot of times that kind of stuff seems to happen.
The one I can think of most prominent that's kind of more recent, did you ever watch Central Intelligence?
Yeah, like those kind of movies.
Yeah, I don't even think it's funny. But, like, that the people who made it were having a blast.
Yeah.
Making that movie.
Right. Here's another one, The Other Guys. On the DVD of The Other Guys, there's a bunch of...
The Other Guys.
Yeah, it's hilarious. There's, like, longer scenes and other stuff. And, like, that could have been the movie.
Yeah. Those
other scenes could have been the movie. They're just as good as the stuff they kept in there. It's great.
One of the greatest jokes written of all time is when... it's The Rock and Sam Jackson, right? Those are the two macho cops.
Yeah, they are.
And
they're the two macho ones.
On the top of the building, they're looking down and they look at each other, and that Foo Fighters song starts playing. Yeah. And they're like, aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes.
They jump off the building. There's no bushes. There's nothing there.
Well, there's too little bushes. It doesn't matter. You're jumping off a building.
they die. They hit the concrete and die. And that it's so ridiculously stupid that it works phenomenally, and it's hilarious.
You know what I think is hilarious in this movie is when they capture the monster and he's chained in that room, and Gene Wilder's like, look, no matter what you hear, no matter what goes on, do not open this door. Under no circumstances are you to open this door. It's very important. He goes on for like a minute about how important this is. Don't open the door. He goes inside, closes the door. The monster goes, argh! He goes, open the door. Open the goddamn door. And then he goes, Mommy! And he cracks me up all the time. Just he immediately open the door.
Open the door.
And also like the put the candle back. See, this is a great movie. It's great.
It's fantastic.
You know what? It should be in my top 10. I love it that much. It's so good. It's hilarious.
I feel like it's kind of like a forgotten treasure almost. Like
I think it's taken for granted treasure.
Or that, like people don't, I guess, talk about it as much as they should, I feel. But it also is one of those movies that, like, if anybody's making a top 10 list of top 10 funniest movies of all time, it's typically on that list.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know. I just think that it deserves to be talked about more frequently, I guess, because it holds up. It's exactly what it wants to be, and it works every single time. So for me, yeah, this movie's a easy 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. A must see. It's a must see.
And I watched it for the first time with you
I'm sure.
as a kid. And then I also watched it in film school or film class. And it was kind of a breakdown and analysis of how to make a movie like this. Because we paired it with the original Universal Frankenstein movie. And, like, it's great. And, yeah, like you said earlier, they brought up the original set designer for Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And even Gene, he's like, I as a child, I watched Frankenstein. I was afraid of Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, all these other Frankenstein. Up until one of them, he was like, okay, this one isn't very scary. But, like, two...
Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, maybe?
It's like Frankenstein Returns or something like that.
Son of Frankenstein.
And he's like, being a 9-year-old little boy watching those movies and then coming into set, and it's that set, I couldn't help but smile. And, like, there's something about that I genuinely find to be, like...
It's endearing.
Yeah, exactly. And I love it. And I think that it really took these people to make this kind of movie. Like, just lovers of what...
Yes, they are movie love, these kinds of movies. And when you were just saying that, I pictured the anxiety part. Harvey Korman and Cloris Leachman are discussing their evil plan or whatever, but it's shot. There's a glass coffee table that they keep putting their drinks on.
Yeah,
and it's shot underneath it. You know what I mean? Very auteur-y. And but like Hitchcock would have done that.
And that's why I think these movies hold up as well as they do, is because they're not shot like comedy movies. They're shot like movies.
Right.
And
like serious movies that have jokes in them.
Yes, exactly.
That's the way to go.
Because you can hear on the outtakes, you can hear Mel Brooks call cut or call action. You can hear him back there. And when the people are laughing, he's not always laughing with them. He does sound a little frustrated here and there. Like, he's doing a job.
Right.
Ha, 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 we're funny, but, like, come on.
I only have this much money, and all you people are eating into that just by being here,
There was he also, I guess they claim, is one of the pioneers of like test screenings by just people off the street, because he didn't want the executives to come in and watch their movie first.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
got all of his secretaries, got all the people just on the lot.
The people that go paid money to go see movies.
Exactly, to come in and see the movie, and tell them what they thought. And he took notes of when laughter was really good, when laughter wasn't, and he tailored the movie in a way that fit the public more than the shareholders would.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
But like we were saying, like the studio itself, like the cinematographers, like we could start out in black and white, and then we'll fade into color as we enter the modern era.
Right.
The studio wanted it all to be in color. He said, no, it's this or I'll walk. And they said, okay, well then do your thing. They took the step back.
Yeah, they did.
They were worried about how it would show up on TV. They were worried about sales. Like they had producer worries,
right? And
still let the movie go. They let him do his thing, and that's impressive.
It is, and it was wise of them to take that step back and let a guy who knows what he's doing do what he knows how to do.
Yeah, I mean, it only benefits you when you.
It did. It benefited them immensely. Yeah.
Like, you're not a director, so don't direct the director. Let the director direct.
Exactly.
You know, he almost fired a cinematographer on this movie because they just couldn't, like.
He didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
Yeah.
And Gene was like, well, we didn't tell him what we were looking for, so we'll tell him. He adjusted, and he got what they wanted to. And even Mel was like, I'm really, really thankful I didn't fire you.
Yeah.
And the
because he's an old school cinematographer too.
Yeah.
Like, he might have been on Frankenstein. I don't remember but he was a big deal. That guy that shot this movie.
And he's like, "You're lucky I didn't walk." And I think that kind of goes to show you what kind of guy he was too. It wasn't
totally.
like, "Oh my God, I'm going to drop everything for a Mel Brooks movie." It's, well, I know my worth too.
Right? Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And they just weren't doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Another little funny thing I think about this movie. I don't know if you know this or not, but Tom Hamilton and I think it was Joey Kramer or Brad Whitford went to go see this movie when it came out, and they imbibed in some greenery before they went to see it, and the walk this way part, they cracked up. They thought that was the funniest thing, and I think they missed the rest of the movie because they were laughing so hard about that part.
Oh my
they
God.
say, and then they came back to the studio and they're like to Steven Tyler, "You need to make a movie called a song called Walk This Way," and that's why that song is Walk This Way came about.
That is really
Because of
funny.
this movie.
That's really funny. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
know
great.
that. So now we're talking about Mel Brooks now in his entirety. Have you seen any of the news or anything going on with Spaceballs, the new one?
I saw the trailer, and I keep hearing about. I think it comes out this year,
It's supposed to.
and some of the people I think are coming back.
I believe everybody who
John
could
Candy
come
ain't.
back did come back.
Yeah,
They got Rick Moranis back, and they got.
maybe it was you told me that the
Yeah.
people that are coming
It
back.
was a big deal that they got Rick Moranis out of retirement for this.
But then I was looking up the filmography of Mel Brooks, and I saw that he just is a producer, and I was like, oh, that took the wind right out of my sails because History of the World Part 2 is not as good, and it's
But they've
not
got,
as iconic, and it's not going to last.
I think Josh Gad plays Barf's kid or something like that, but he's also in the kind of behind the scenes of this movie too. I don't know if he's a writer or director or whatever, but I believe he is taking this seriously as a sequel to Spaceballs,
Right.
and not just a cash grab on Mel
Yeah,
Brooks.
yeah, that's good. I think he had something to do with History of the World Part 2 as well.
He might have. He might have. I never watched it. I don't know where it's even on.
It's a Hulu original,
Oh,
and it's like a show. Like, you know how they do shows now. There's like 5 or 6 episodes.
I don't like that.
Some of it was okay, but a lot of it. See, if you only got 90 minutes at the most, you got to
Right.
trim a lot of that fat away.
It's got to work.
Yeah.
It's gotta
Whereas
work.
if you got 5 episodes that are an hour long ish each, everything gets to go. It's kind of content-y
Yeah.
as opposed to a movie or a thing.
What are your thoughts on them calling it Spaceballs, the new one, and not Spaceballs, the search for more money?
That's fine. That's fine with me because History of the World Part 1, that's a joke.
Yeah.
It's not the whole history of the world. Obviously, it's only the first part. And just to have Part 1 in it, that's funny. So, like, I would talk to people about it, and they're like, well, it's going to have Jews in space and all that stuff. And I'm like, that was all just a joke. Or Hitler on ice. You know what I mean? That was a joke trailer for the next one. And it seemed like nobody got that. And then they come out with a new one. So them not using that joke for this one, I think it should be called the sequel. You know how everything was the whatever. Spaceballs, the toilet paper. Spaceballs, the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs, the sequel, goes with those jokes without actually being those jokes.
Well, it still kind of does with Spaceballs,
the
new
flamethrower.
one,
Yeah, I guess it kind of does.
you know?
Yeah. So I have no problem with it whatsoever.
There was a person online who was talking about this, and I kind of agree with him that it would be funny if it was called Spaceballs 3.
Yes, that would be great.
And, like, they secretly or whatever put out Spaceballs 2, because how they did it, where it's like, when is there now thing with home media.
Yes. Yeah,
that
right.
whole thing. Which would be kind of cool. It would
Yeah,
be
that
hard and
is
impossible
cool.
to do.
It's a little brainy, too.
Yeah, but like you didn't have fun with that.
Yeah.
But no, Spaceballs, the new one. I don't think it'll be well received, but I
It
think
definitely will not be well received. Everybody's going to hate on it.
I'm worried.
I'm
going
going
to
to give it a chance, though, because I want to.
You know,
I want to like it.
yeah.
So I'm going to go into it wanting to. Whether it's good or not is on its merits, not mine.
Courtney's got a good theory about that, and you get out of a movie what you're putting into it.
Right, because it's art.
Well, yeah. So, like, if you go into Spaceballs, the new one, with an open mind and an open heart of what it's going to be, you'll probably end up enjoying it more than if you just went in there like, oh, they're gonna ruin this. Oh, I
Right,
can't wait for it
or-
to be bad.
Like episode 1, where everybody went into it thinking they're going to see they're going to have the same exact experience. A 30-year-old person's going to have the same experience they had when they were 7.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's, wake up, people. It don't work like that.
I do. I find it really funny that like the prequels got trashed on for so long.
Yeah.
And like
Made so much money and got trashed on. Huh.
right. There was some of the biggest things, and they're huge movies, but no, they're all terrible and unwatchable. And only the
right.
third one's the good one.
Yeah.
I don't,
Until now, 20
Right.
years later, and everyone's like, well, you know.
people are worried that this Mandalorian Grogu movie
Uh-huh.
isn't gonna do well, and I'm really excited to see how it does. I
I'm
want to
excited
go
to see how
see
it does, too. I just saw 2 guys from Film Threat, their reaction when they first came out. And the one guy was like, it was good. It was pretty good. It's kind of for kids. And the other guy was like, it's kind of a kid's movie. And that's like that Clone Wars movie.
Well,
That was kind of a kid's movie, too. Like, no, for kids. Star Wars was a kid at heart movie. And this movie seems to be more geared towards kids. I'm going to check it out anyway. They didn't hate it. And they went in with a pretty open mind.
I wonder what the movie's even gonna be about.
Yeah, I mean, the other guy also said, Chris Gore said, it's like 3 episodes of The Mandalorian kind of mashed together.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that either, but you know what? Oh, you can't see that Battlestar Galactica guy. They did that for Battlestar Galactica. Like, it came out on TV, and then they released it in theaters, especially in Europe and stuff, and they kind of, just jammed it all together instead of having commercials and stuff. And it worked for Battlestar Galactica.
So my worry is that, and like I guess there's an argument to be made that these Star Wars TV shows are just long form movies because they're
Well, that's what they're hoping for. Yeah, they're not.
They're not scripted television. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not episodic at the very least. It's just kind of one long story told
Right.
over 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And so I guess if you take 3 of these episodes, cram them into one, and show it as a movie, that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the make or break, I guess, for Star Wars film is does
really
this work. And
maybe they need to just put it back like they did from the 80s to the mid 90s when the special editions started coming out. Everything that was Star Wars, like they had, you could buy a Star Wars T-shirt, not as readily as you can today, but you could get your hands on one.
yeah,
Excuse me, but just put it away for a while and let it
that time.
just let it be, and then if somebody gets a good way to retell Joseph Campbell's The Hero story,
yeah.
you know what I mean, a different way,
Yep.
then go for it.
So what I and like I grew up at a time where the prequels were hated. The original trilogy was everything. So I wanted more prequel stuff in my Star Wars constantly. That's what I wanted.
Right.
So like,
Yeah, because you love the Clone Wars.
exactly. And like when those new Star Wars Battlefront games came out,
Yep, they're pretty fun.
I wanted more of the Clone Wars stuff, and that's what the second one did, and I really liked it. Now they're pushing all the sequel stuff, but like Disneyland and stuff, they're going back to the originals. They're having a whole rework of how Batu looks, so it's in line with the original trilogy. And I think it's time that we start really focusing on that moving forward, because the sequels, you've got too much of a time gap for the sequels to really cement themselves the way you want them to cement themselves. We have to get there. Like it's already, we're already starting out with the Empire being the First Order, and that the Resistance had already fallen, and the New Republic has already fallen. But we never got a chance to see that world in which the New Republic thrived at all.
Well, obviously it doesn't thrive because it got toppled immediately.
That's the problem, is that it immediately goes down, and we're like, how? How does that happen? And we don't get that. So what I'm really hoping for is that this movie does have Han Solo and Princess Leia and Chewbacca and Luke Skywalker in it.
Sure, recast them.
And it's more of that focus, because as much as I love Zeb from Rebels, he's not a character who really at all. So You need that. You need to bring back those timeless characters.
Yeah, and make things timeless, which
yeah.
means scale it all back and let the audience project themselves onto that person, whoever it may be, and then you don't have to really do as much work because it's just a bare bones thing, and everybody else is making the soup.
Right, and like in Ahsoka, we had a lot of the Rebels characters come back, and Thrawn's going to be a big bad guy, and while in canon that it was all done in Rebels, so there is an argument to be made that Ahsoka is just Rebels season 6 or whatever.
Right.
It works to set up the nemesis that we'll be dealing with now, the remnant of the Empire, like how the EU did with Thrawn, because that's where he came from. Is that
the books? Yeah.
But if you remove the big 4 people who pushed those movies and followed those movies and became the icons for the next 30 years, and then they come back as older shells of their former selves, it means almost little to nothing.
Yeah.
Like you do need to see Luke Skywalker try to form his Jedi Academy. You do need to see Han and Leia trying to raise Ben or whatever you do. We gotta see them again.
Yeah.
It's cool that we got to see C-3PO in Ahsoka speaking on behalf of Princess Leia, but like she could have just been in there.
Yeah, right.
It could have just been her. Like Mon Mothma is there. Like why not? And it's just this fear of upsetting everybody.
Yeah.
But if you don't take that risk, you don't satisfy anybody.
Right.
And these
that's
people,
what's happening, yeah.
I know Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau want to make the stories they want to make, and it does feel like they're very hesitant to make things that aren't set or focused on the stuff that's making money.
Well, it really isn't making that much money, and they might be gung-ho with stuff that they're being scaled back on.
Very well.
You know what I mean? They're like, well, we can't do that because our polling doesn't show that, and that's just silly.
But like
silly.
Courtney and I mean, like I raved about the mall show. I really did, and
yeah,
it
was pretty damn good.
But it doesn't really work the way they wanted it to work. Like if the story was told in like a split, what do they call that? Like a split, like
two narratives.
Yes,
yeah.
Like you've got Maul already training Devin, to become a more powerful Force user, and it's cut, and that's your focus is him training her, and then him dealing with Crimson Dawn. But then she is having the flashbacks to
the
all
events
that stuff that happened.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
And that's and you.
I like
then you
when
have
they do that.
the growth of how Maul goes from I'm gonna defeat Darth Vader to I'm a crime syndicate lord in Solo. Like that's because then he goes on to become a washed out nobody who's living in the shadows again, who's hunting down Inquisitors, and then eventually fights Obi-Wan Kenobi again in the desert and dies. Like there's a huge jump there, and we're not seeing that. We're seeing like the very beginnings and the very ends, but none of that meat that we need to see.
Yeah.
Like I whether Devin becomes Darth Talon isn't really relevant at all. It
doesn't mean shit.
Right.
Because
it's
most of the people don't know even what you're talking about.
Do you?
Nope. No idea. And there's a lot of, I think, fatigue because the stuff, it's not just I'm not getting the same experience I got when I was 7. The stuff is just there's too much fluff in everything. And I don't know, it's just not the same. And like I keep saying, because they do make it by committee and they do scrapbook a lot of stuff, and that whole style isn't working. But like that Maul thing, that was one story. See, it did break off a little bit, like you get the dad going to do one thing.
Yeah.
Like those kinds of things, but it was one coherent thing, and it worked. I think the way that story you just described, that could be another one.
Yeah, no, it could
That would be cool.
It could be. But like those two Inquisitors, both die at the hands of Ahsoka later on.
Okay.
The crow dies very quickly, puffs into gas. And so does Marok. He dies very quickly.
So you see they got names. I didn't even know they had names.
Well, I mean...
They just look cool.
That's the super Star Wars nerd in me who reads the comics and all that stuff, the toys. But they both die, and they both have very similar, like they're full of hot air, and it all expels from the wound. Like, she cuts his head off, and it deflates like a balloon.
Weird.
What is he?
Yeah, really.
Like, what is that? And, like, when it happened to Marok, too, everybody was thinking that it could be Night Sister magic keeping this thing alive, like how they did with the Stormtroopers. So when they show up again in this Maul show, instead of having Maul lose to these two, Maul could have killed them, and then that's what sent Darth Vader here, because there's 3 Jedi who just killed 2 of my people. Right. And then, like, they get resurrected by the Night Sisters or whatever. But, like, Darth Vader just showing up because Darth Maul's here and there's 2 Jedi is more of a failure on the Inquisitors than it is how cool Darth Maul is. Because the Inquisitors are now sent after him in Rebels, too, and Darth Vader's not after him at all. Like, Darth Vader and Maul show off again.
See, yeah, they only put Darth Vader in there to be cool. And it was
worked.
Cool.
Oh, my God, it worked.
Loved it.
I loved
it. Was great.
But it just
But you're right,
questions.
yeah. And, like, when you can't keep retconning stuff. Stuff has got to be done. Like, I just watched the new episode of The Boys.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert.
Yeah,
well,
spoilers. It's still coming out, spoilers.
Somebody doesn't make it to that season finale.
Oh, it's crushed.
And I hope it stays that way.
Oh, it will. It will.
I'm sure
There's
it will.
no way
I as an afterthought, I was like, oh, wow, that's too bad, because I like that character.
I do, too.
And because everybody loves Homelander. He's the greatest... I'm just kidding. It wasn't Homelander.
Yeah, we're not those filthy starlighters here. We believe in a Homelander.
Yeah. But he made a sacrifice. He knew it was very good.
And the line he gives at the end there, like I liked
it was a great line. Yeah. But I love how he lures Homelander over to him. Mm-hmm. It was very good. All of that, and as long as he stays dead, it means something.
Right. I agree. I don't know how they're going to kill off the rest of them, but
they all got to go probably.
This is the end of the show. Like it's all supposed to be here, but we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to find out in 4 days.
Oh, really? Is the next one the last one?
The next one is the last one.
Wow, they got a lot of stuff to wrap up, man.
They have so much to wrap up. Anyway. This
who doesn't? Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Let us know what you think about Mel Brooks. What is your favorite Mel Brooks movie?
Yes, definitely. What's your
see
favorite
the new,
Mel Brooks movie?
Spaceballs.
What did you think of History of the World
Part 2?
Part 2.
And what do you think of Young Frankenstein? Is it in your list of top 10 favorite comedy or horror movies? Let us know down there in the comments down below. We are the Cult of Cheese Film now.
Hoo-ha.
And stay with us as this journey is about to get even funnier. I have been Cheese Film.
And I am Hecubus.
And this has been our podcast. Can't say that anymore. Cheese Film out!